Hi, this is Amy from Temple Seeker. Just arrived at the convention centre in Quebec for TBEX 2025. Here's my badge, Temple Seeker, and I've got 6 stars because I've been to 6 TBEXs. I'm right outside the conference now and it's a really sunny day here in Quebec. I was going to talk to you a little bit more about whether or not it's worth going to a TBEX and if it's good value or not. So there's a few really good things to mention. As well as the seminars, you often get a goodie bag, and I'm going to show you in a minute what's in it, so you'll be able to see all the little gifts. You get quite a lot of free passes. So for example, when I was in Stockholm, you got a city pass which allowed you free entrance to museums like the photography museum, so it's always worth going for that. The TBEX badge that you get, it's a good idea to show it when you go on your own excursions and do your own filming. So for example, when it was San Sebastian, I got into the Guggenheim in Bilbao for free by showing my TBEX pass. The other great thing, as I've mentioned before, is the people that you meet. So I'm all about the connections. I've got some great friends from past TBEXs. Quick shout out to Rachel from Blonde Wayfarer. Miss you, wish you were here. One of my top tips for TBEX is to make sure that you book on the early bird rate. Otherwise it can be quite expensive. So watch on the TBEX website and book early. You will get it cheaper. My other top tip is to stay in a hotel very near the conference centre, because conferences like this can be very exhausting, very intense. You don't want to be travelling in and out every day. There was one more thing that I was going to mention, and that's to make sure that you arrive maybe a day or two earlier and you leave a day or two later, and that's so that you can make the most of the destination that you're in and allow for some rest time as well as your own photography and videos. So I'm staying an extra day in Quebec and 2 extra days in Montreal. I'm really excited to share it with you. Next, I'm going to show you what's in the bag. Check this out, I've got my Quebec City introduction gift bag, and I'll have a look what we've got. I have got a Quebec towel, that is fantastic. I've got some information about Kansas. It might be that they're doing a future TBEX trip to Kansas. They usually give you a notebook, which is really good for when you're in the seminars. Ooh, we've got some stickers here. We've got some lovely Quebec postcards. Lots of business cards with information for contacts. This looks like a laundry bag or a sunglasses bag. Okay. I've got another bag here. Oh gosh, I've got so many bags. Fargo. I've got some socks. J'adore AT. What's this here? This is TBEX. Oh, TBEX Kansas. This is the Wichita one. And there's a Hot Girl Summer keyring. I love it. What else have we got in here? I've got a jar of honey. I love honey. Very, very happy about that. This is a luggage tag. Another nice little book. Oh, this is Visit Algarve. It's Portugal. I would love it if TBEX would do a conference in the Algarve, because obviously I love Portugal. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, that's a clip-on ring light. That's really, really good for video content. Oh, I've got loads in here. I've got some blueberry gummies. I've got a bottle opener. An arbor. What's this? This is a flip-flop tin. And it's sugar-free mints. Well, thank you to the Flip-Flop Side Florida for that. More business cards. One more thing here. Mont St. Anne bottle opener keyring. Fantastic. Well, thank you, TBEX. Something very important to mention is the Pre-bex tours and fam trips. So they often run Pre-bex tours and fam trips for free. You do need to apply for them, and they will select which one's appropriate for you, or decide whether you've been selected for a fam trip. They're really good. So tomorrow I'm getting a free walking tour of Quebec, which I'm really looking forward to because I'm very into architecture. I am not staying for a fam trip this time, but I have done TBEX fam trips in the past. I did one in the Philippines when it was Manila, and it was just amazing. We went to Bacolod and Iloilo, and it was all boat tours and island hopping, really fantastic. So check the dates of those, because you might want to extend your trip depending on whether or not you get on a Pre-bex tour or a fam trip. This is the outside of Quebec Conference Centre. So if you don't already know what TBEX is, it's the Travel Bloggers Exchange Conference. They usually hold 3 a year. They usually have a North America one, an Asia or worldwide, and then a Europe. So I've been to quite a few now. I've been to Stockholm, I've been to San Sebastian, I've been to Manila in the Philippines, the Jerusalem one a few years ago, and this one is in Quebec in Canada. So this is French speaking Canada. It's a really good experience to go to a TBEX. What I generally find is that it's really worth it for first time bloggers, because you learn a lot of techniques to do with statistics and search engine optimization and websites, other platforms such as social media and video. But for me, I now get a lot more out of the networking, because I've been blogging for quite some time now. It's got to be about 8 or 9 years, and what I find is it's the people you meet and the connections that you make and how they can further your blog or your YouTube channel or your social media that really make it worth it. So the big issue at the moment for me is that Google kind of tanked my traffic during the last updates. Google seems to be favouring AI at the moment. So what I'm interested in this conference is really all about what are the alternatives to traditional blogging, and I've got a feeling that there's going to be a really big shift to podcasting and video content. And the main purpose of my trip this time is to really grow my YouTube. So if you haven't already signed up, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would be much appreciated. And I'm going to be doing more videos all about TBEX and also about the city of Quebec. After Quebec, I'll be heading back to Montreal for the flight home. So we'll also get some Montreal content going again as well. Thank you so much for listening.